it once you put Mary Jane and Carol in there, I'm like Felicia. I'd be kind of scared because like okay, I'm always gotta watch my pockets or something like that. Like, but yeah, everybody else is cool. I like I said, I like Gwen. Don't get me wrong. I like Gwen. I always respect Gwen, but you put Mary Jane and Carol in there, and now it's a tie between those two. They're neck and neck. Um, which villain has the less known? Which villain that is less known do you want to see adapted to a movie? That would be um, the Beetle. Beetle's one. Uh, Boomerang's another. Uh, Carrion is another. Um, let's see who else I can think of. Hammerhead, like I said, Hammerhead. He's not really lesser known, but he's there. Man Wolf. Um, uh, maybe Shariq, Swarm, Tarantula, Stegron. It would really be cool to put Stunner in the movie as well, like a female villain, like an opposing female villain, like Stunner. I mean, she can take it as Spider-Man. So that's somebody I could think of. Okay, I think that's it. Is that all of it? Yeah, that's it. But thanks, Ken, for the questions. Okay. Oh wow, my friend in Hex, my good buddy, one of my first subscribers. I've always been cool with Hex. You know, me and him have just been really cool. You know, Hex is always, you know, I've always tried to shout him out. You know, always check out his videos, guys. You know, if you've never, you know, if you can't get into reading comics and certain things, he puts up a lot of CMV, comic motion movies, and he does such a good job at them. Even though he has to always put back up his stuff because you know the whole YouTube crap, but he does. I admire his dedication to put that stuff back up, and you know he's still doing a fantastic job. I watch his stuff. I don't comment as much as I should because a lot of the stuff he puts up I read, but I should comment. I promise to comment more. Hex, I promise that. But it's good to know that he's he was able to come by and yeah, you know, since we joined. Yeah, I've been around, you know, still here, and I'm glad to see Hex is still around. Okay, how do you feel about One More Day now that it has been several years? Hex, I still hate that damn. I still hate it. I don't. I have no. After several years, it still irks me to this day. It's still like a nagging pain in my neck that is just like fuck, like stupid storyline, you know. And how do you feel about Superior Spider-Man? I said before Hex, I said it like this. I said I'll see this through, but the train's not going fast enough that I can't jump off. And it's coming to that point, Hex, that it's really like really much to hear like here. Here's like the point of like this is where it says Chris dropping Superior Spider-Man until they fix everything. That line is rising very fastly, and now it is almost like right here, to the point I'm ready to jump off. I'm ready to just, I'm ready. I'm almost done with Superior Spider-Man until they they everything goes back to normal. I'm this close to because I'm like Dan, like what the hell are you doing, Slot? Why are you doing this? Like, it's like do you? It's almost to the point. I'm looking at some of the characters he's just mistreating. I'm like, do you hate these characters so much that you want to humiliate them? You know, just it's just like that. It's how it feels. It's just it bothers me. It really does. Which is better, Spider-Man movie, the Spider-Man the movie, or the Amazing Spider-Man movie? Uh, Oh man. To each its own, dude. Like I said, if people like Amazing Spider-Man better than Sam Raimi's first Spider-Man, fine. If people like Sam Raimi's run better than Amazing Spider-Man, Mark Webb's, fine. I don't really, because I still like the first Spider-Man movie. I still like Sam Raimi's first two movies. I still like those movies. I like the different direction that Mark Webb went with it. I don't mind certain different directions. I don't mind that. I thought Andrew Garfield was a good Peter Parker. And I know that's not everybody's forte and things like that, but to me, it was a good run. It was fine. I'm looking forward to seeing the second one, and looking at the trailer. The trailer is about to finally come out. 3 more days, I think, in a couple days. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, I'm not that type of guy. I don't like anyone better than the other. I don't. That's just me. Um, who do you see? Who would you want to see in the third Amazing Spider-Man movie for the villain? I want Craven. I want Craven, but it looks like it may be. Uh, I'm not sure who it's going to be, but I want Craven. I want Craven the Hunter as a Spider-Man villain. Craven can work. I'm telling you, he can work. Craven the Hunter. I would love to see them adapt him to the big screen. Craven, say what you want about Norman Osborn and or like he's Spidey's arch enemy. Okay, Craven is Spider-Man's most deadliest enemy. Craven is just as much as up there, have done more shit to Peter than Norman Osborn. The man buried Peter alive. I'm like, Norman can't say he did that. He can't. There's so many things Craven has done. It's yeah. I'm just saying. Uh, do you enjoy Peter Parker, the Peter Porker, the Spectacular Spider-Ham? I have never read those. I've always meant to read those and see what the hell is this. Um, so when I get a chance, I might check them out. Hex, I might check them out, dude. But I've never read those. I've heard good things about them. I've heard good. I've heard mixed. But I'm always the type of guy. I'll listen to people's opinions, but to me, sometimes I have to see for myself, and I gotta check it out sometime. But thanks, Hex, and you keep up the good work too, man. All right. Millennium Joker asks me. Let's see. Millennium Joker asks me. Basically, oops, sorry. Asks me if you could add 5 new rogues from Spider-Man from anywhere other than comics, manga, TV, movies, and video games, who would they be and why? Man, you just took all the fun out of the damn thing. Ain't nothing that I can't answer that question because I, I I don't see anybody else, because the only books that I read are more spy novels and things like that, like a lot of the Jason Bourne stuff. I read that. Those are my favorites, and a lot of James Patterson stories, novels and things like that. But other than that, out of other comics, the manga and anime and things like that, I can't see anybody else. So I can't answer that question for you. You just took everything away from me. You know, uh, TV movie. I assume when you say TV, you're also talking about cartoons as well, because then because cartoons. Uh, yeah, I would assume you mean that as well. So I'm not even. I can't answer that, dude. Um, Same as the first. Which Rose Gallery Spidey would you remove to make way for what I said? But once again, okay, if I could remove some Spider-Man villains, I don't know. Like Jackal is one of them. Fuck the Jackal. I can't stand the Jackal. Jackal is definitely one. Um, uh, mm, that's the only one I can think of right now. The Jackal, really, because I ain't too fond of the I ain't too fond of the Jackal. But other than that, yeah, everybody else I'll be kind of cool with. But yeah, maybe the answer. I think I could get rid of him. You know, he wasn't showing a lot. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's a couple of people. Maybe Vermin, but I could say the Jackal for sure. Answer, people like that. Yeah, I don't. Mm. All right. If Spider-Man didn't do one more day and kept the marriage and killed Aunt May, would you? And what would the last 6 years of Peter's stories would look like all the way up to now? Um, Peter was still married. One more day never happened. Peter's still married. Aunt May died. He would that that would morally fuel his morally fuel his purpose as Spider-Man even more. Why was the reason why he became Spider-Man now? His Uncle Ben's death. And that's always been his guiding light, right? Aunt May, now Aunt May's died before, guys. I mean, she's died before. It's not like she hasn't died. I mean, I think people think she hasn't died before. She has died before. She's died before. I mean, it's not like she hasn't died before. Where is it? Damn it. Hold on. Amazing Spider-Man 400. She died here. She died here, and it's she's died before. She has died before. It's just like, but Aunt May is just, say what you want about her, but she's such a beloved. She's that type of aunt you want in your life, and I can surely, surely, truly, truly, truly admit that I have aunts like that in my life. I do. I have aunts that are loving and caring and have taken up that role of being the motherly figure to me. Even though I'm older, I have those aunts. My mom died, and you know her sisters and my dad's sisters took up that role of being kind of like the motherly figures in my life. And so with Aunt May, it's the same thing. You don't want her to die, but it's almost like, in a sense, it's like Peter will be sad, but he's got MJ, and she'll guide him through that. So yeah, he would still be, that'll fuel it now even more of his purpose. But I would still think everything that's happened up till now, him getting a better job and working for Horizon when it was, because thanks to fucking Ock, he's fired now. He's not there anymore. I think he still would be doing it. All right. Um, if if you if Spider-Man could no could could if Spider-Man could no longer operate in New York City, which city would you see him going to?